Imagine being locked inside a supermarket with one rule. You may eat as much as you want, but you can choose only one food for the rest of your life. Rice could provide mountains of energy. Eggs contain much of the nutrition needed to develop a chick. Meat delivers protein, fat, iron, and vitamin B12. Milk supports early mammalian growth, and potatoes once helped entire populations survive when other crops failed. At first, this sounds like a question about hunger. It isn't. Your stomach may be full while your body quietly runs out of something it cannot make. A missing vitamin can weaken connective tissue. Too little of an essential fatty acid can affect cell function. If one essential amino acid is consistently undersupplied, the body's ability to build new proteins becomes limited. So which of these 5 foods gives you the best nutritional chance? And how long before its hidden weaknesses take control? First, we need rules. Water is free. Without it, the experiment would end before nutrition became interesting. Seasonings, sauces, supplements, butter, and cooking oil are forbidden. The chosen food may be cooked safely, but nothing nutritionally useful can be added. For consistency, rice means plain, unenriched rice. Meat means one ordinary cut of cooked muscle meat, not a rotating menu of liver, steak, brain, and bone marrow. Milk means whole cow's milk. Potatoes include their edible skin. An adult needs more than calories. The body requires 9 essential amino acids that it cannot manufacture in sufficient amounts. It also needs the essential fatty acids, linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid, plus vitamins and minerals that support blood, nerves, bones, connective tissue, and thousands of chemical reactions. The dangerous part is timing. A shortage of calories becomes obvious quickly. Micronutrient deficiencies may remain hidden while the body uses existing reserves. Severe vitamin C restriction can produce symptoms within weeks. Vitamin B12 stores may delay obvious deficiency for much longer. Our comparison cannot predict an exact survival time. It can only reveal which nutritional systems fail and why. Rice looks like the obvious survival food. It stores well, cooks easily, and provides dense carbohydrate energy. Eat enough, and calories may not be your first problem. Protein is more complicated. Rice contains all 9 essential amino acids, but lysine is relatively limited. A person relying entirely on rice may struggle to obtain enough high-quality protein without consuming an enormous quantity. Normally, other foods solve this problem. Beans are the famous partner because their amino acid profile complements grains. In this experiment, the beans never arrive. Processing also matters. Removing the bran and germ turns brown rice into white rice, reducing fiber and several micronutrients. Enrichment can replace selected B vitamins and iron, but the nutrients added vary between countries and products. It still does not make rice complete. Brown rice improves the fiber and mineral picture. It cannot provide vitamin B12, adequate vitamin C, or enough essential fat. If energy or usable protein remains inadequate, the body may begin breaking down its own tissue. Meanwhile, separate micronutrient deficiencies continue developing. The bowl keeps arriving. The missing nutrients do not. Rice supplies fuel, but fuel alone cannot maintain the entire machine. Eggs. Eggs are much more impressive. A fertilized egg contains much of the nutrition needed to support a developing chick. That helps explain its dense package of complete protein, fat, choline, selenium, vitamin B12, and several fat-soluble vitamins. But a developing bird and an adult human have different nutritional requirements. Eat enough eggs, and protein would be well covered. Their fat makes calories easier to obtain than they would be from rice alone, although reaching a normal daily energy intake would require an impractically large number of eggs. Then 2 major gaps appear. Eggs contain no dietary fiber and virtually no vitamin C. Fiber is not classified as essential in the same way as vitamin C. But official intake targets exist because it supports normal bowel function and long-term health. Removing it can alter digestion and the activity of the gut microbiome. Vitamin C is more urgent. With an intake below roughly 10 milligrams per day, signs of scurvy can begin within about a month, although timing varies. Collagen maintenance deteriorates. Fatigue, bruising, joint pain, bleeding gums, and poor wound healing can follow. The egg provides a remarkable collection of nutrients. It is still missing something an adult human cannot live without indefinitely. Meat. If eggs nearly work, meat looks even stronger. Ordinary muscle meat supplies complete protein, iron, zinc, vitamin B12, and varying amounts of fat. Choose a fatty cut, and obtaining enough calories becomes easier. Organ meat would change the calculation. Liver, for example, contains nutrients that steak lacks. But rotating between organs and muscle would mean eating a category of foods, not one food. Our contestant is one ordinary cooked steak. For a while, it performs extremely well. Muscle tissue receives amino acids. Red blood cells receive iron and vitamin B12. Fat supplies concentrated energy. Then the familiar weakness returns. Ordinary cooked muscle meat is not a dependable source of vitamin C. Without fruit, vegetables, or selected organs, a strict steak diet creates a serious long-term risk of scurvy. It also contains no fiber and, depending on the cut, may provide too little of certain essential fatty acids while supplying a high proportion of saturated fat. The danger may not be obvious at first because the body begins with stored nutrients. Eventually, those reserves shrink. Collagen production suffers. Bruising, gum problems, and poor healing can appear. Steak can provide excellent material for maintaining muscle. It cannot reliably maintain every system surrounding that muscle. Milk has a powerful reputation. Human milk can serve as the sole food for most infants during approximately the first 6 months of life. After that, complementary foods become necessary as nutritional requirements change. Our contestant is not human milk. It is whole cow's milk, a food biologically adapted to support a rapidly growing calf. Cow's milk provides water, carbohydrate, complete protein, fat, calcium, riboflavin, and vitamin B12. Some commercial milk is also fortified with vitamin D. But fortification varies, so it cannot be assumed in this experiment. An adult would need more than 3 liters of typical whole milk to obtain roughly 2,000 calories. That creates an enormous lactose load. Many adults have reduced lactase activity. They can often tolerate some lactose, but several liters may cause bloating, cramps, gas, or diarrhea. Fluid loss could become important, although the free drinking water in our experiment reduces the risk of dehydration. Even with perfect lactose tolerance, cow's milk remains incomplete. It provides little iron, very little vitamin C, and no fiber. Other micronutrient gaps would also develop. Milk covers more nutritional categories than rice. It still cannot serve as complete lifelong nutrition for an adult. Potatoes. Now we reach the most surprising candidate, the potato. It is mostly water and carbohydrate, yet it contains more nutritional variety than its appearance suggests. Potatoes provide potassium, vitamin B6, vitamin C, fiber when the skin is eaten, and a modest amount of protein. Consuming several kilograms could supply a full day of energy and a substantial amount of protein. Whether that protein meets an individual's requirement depends on body size, total intake, potato variety, and preparation. The vitamin C matters. Fresh potatoes prepared without excessive nutrient loss can provide meaningful amounts, giving them an important advantage over eggs and ordinary cooked steak. Cooking method, storage, peeling, and discarded cooking water can all reduce the amount that reaches the plate. Potatoes can also be highly satiating, so eating several kilograms every day may be difficult for some people. Then their weaknesses appear. Potatoes contain no natural vitamin B12 and almost no fat. They cannot reliably provide enough linoleic acid or alpha-linolenic acid. They also supply little or no vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and iodine. and they are not dependable sole sources of calcium or several other micronutrients. Adding butter, milk, cheese, or oil would repair some of these gaps. It would also end the one-food experiment. Potatoes combine energy, vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and protein unusually well. That makes them a strong candidate in this simplified comparison. Not a scientifically proven winner. The verdict. So can you survive on one food? For a limited time, yes. But survival is not the same as health, and no ordinary unfortified food in this comparison reliably supplies everything an adult needs indefinitely. Rice provides energy but leaves major gaps in protein quality, fat, and micronutrients. Eggs deliver complete protein and useful fat, yet virtually no vitamin C or fiber. Steak supplies protein, B12, iron, and zinc, but ordinary cooked muscle meat also makes vitamin C a critical weakness. Milk distributes nutrients across several categories. Although low iron, very low vitamin C, no fiber, lactose tolerance, and the required volume work against it. Potatoes combine carbohydrate, vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and some protein unusually well, but their lack of B12, minimal fat, essential fatty acid limitations, and other micronutrient gaps prevent them from being complete. Science cannot tell us which of these 5 foods would keep every person alive longest. No controlled evidence establishes a universal winner. The result would vary with the individual, the exact food, preparation method, quantity consumed, sunlight exposure, health, and existing nutrient stores. The strongest conclusion is not a ranking. Every candidate eventually leaves something important behind. Finale: humans are nutritional generalists. Koalas specialize largely in eucalyptus leaves. Giant pandas rely overwhelmingly on bamboo. Human populations adapted to different environments by combining whatever foods were available. That is our real advantage. Grains can be complemented by legumes. Fruits and vegetables provide nutrients missing from eggs and meat. Nuts, seeds, fish, and oils supply important fats. Different foods solve different problems. So potatoes may be a strong candidate in this 5-food thought experiment. They are not a proven survival champion. There is no perfect single food for an adult. The closest thing we have is variety. Now choose your candidate: rice, eggs, steak, milk, or potatoes, and defend it in the comments.